Sundareswaran sir.
Now you begin again. Now only recording is started. Please.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Respected our resource person, respected Sundareswaran sir, distinguished professors, and my dear students, a warm good evening to one and all. This is the fourth day of our international textual workshop on Kavya Prakasha. On behalf of International School for Sri Shankaracharya Studies, I extend a warm welcome to our renowned resource person, Professor Sundareswaran sir. Warm welcome, sir. And I extend a warm welcome to all the participants to this international textual workshop. Once again, I welcome one and all, and I request Professor Sundareswaran sir to continue the class. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Friends, let us start. Vajapayam is essential, no? Vajapayam. Vaja means anna. Paya, as you know, that which is to be drunk or which is yogya for drinking. Okay. अखंडमंडलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. सर्वेभ्यो नमः. अद्य किञ्चित् आदौ संस्कृतेनैव आरभ्य तदनन्तरम् आङ्गल्यं वच्मि इति चिन्त्यते. मया अद्य तावत् यस्य प्रतीतिमाधातुं लक्षणा समुपास्यते फले शब्दैकगम्येऽत्र व्यञ्जनान्नापरा क्रिया इत्ययं विषयः विशिष्य प्रस्तोतव्यः इति चिन्तितं. मया एतद् दृश्यते वा? अधुना
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Okay, it is visible, no? Clear?
Very well. Very well.
Okay, okay. यस्य प्रतीतिमाधातुं लक्षणा समुपास्यते फले शब्दैकगम्येऽत्र व्यञ्जनान्नापरा क्रिया इत्ययम् अंशः विशिष्य प्रतिपादनीयः इति चिन्तितं. किन्तु तन्मध्ये कश्चन ग्रन्थांशः ग्रन्थभागः सन्ति. तेन द्रुतं स भागः तं भागं दृष्ट्वा तदनन्तरं तत्र प्रविशामः इति चिन्त्यते. अस्मिन् भागे नाम यस्मिन् भागे यो भागः द्रुतं दृष्ट्वा गन्तव्यः इति मया उक्तः तस्मिन् भागे महान् विषयः अस्ति, शास्त्रीयः विषयः अस्ति. किञ्च तस्मिन् भागे एव मुकुलभट्टस्य केचन पक्षाः निरस्यन्ते. कुत्रचित् वाचा उक्त्वा निरस्यन्ते, कुत्रचित् अन्यैः एवम् उच्यते इति. मुकुलभट्टस्य नाम न निर्दिश्यते, किन्तु तन्मतं निर्दिश्यते. एवं महान् विषयः, विचारविषयः अस्ति. किञ्चिदेव तं भागं दृष्ट्वा तदनन्तरं तत्र लक्षणामूलायां व्यञ्जनायां प्रवेशः नाम प्रयोजनवत्यां लक्षणायां प्रयोजनं व्यञ्जनेनैव गम्यम् इति यो भागः तत्र विशेषतया प्रतिपादनं कार्यम् इति चिन्तितं. तत्रापि गत्वा तत्र विचारं कुर्मः. तदनन्तरं यथा रुचि, यथा भागगृहीतृभ्यः रोचते एवमेव वक्तव्यं किल. पार्टिसिपेंट्स् भागगृहीतृभ्यः रोचते तथा श्वः अयं विषयः न वा स्वविषयः इति यथा भवद्भ्यो रोचते तथा पुनः चिन्तयितुं शक्यते इति चिन्त्यते. नो चेत् उत्तरं ग्रन्थभागं द्रक्ष्यामः. नाम यत्र अभिधामूलशाब्दीव्यञ्जन उच्यते स भागं तं भागं द्रक्ष्यामः श्वः इति. एवम् अद्य संस्कृतेन किञ्चित् व्याख्यानं कर्तुमीहे। अस्माभिः अयम् अंशः अत्र स्थगितः। ह्यः मुख्येन अमुख्यः अर्थः लक्ष्यते यत् सः आरोपितः शब्दव्यापारः सान्तरार्थनिष्ठो लक्षणः इति। एतदनन्तरं वस्तुतः आचार्येण किं कार्यमासीत्, अधुना लक्षणाविभागः क्रियते। लक्षणा प्रथमं तावत् शुद्धा गौणी इति द्विविधा। तदनन्तरं शुद्धायामेव केवलं द्वैविध्यं दृश्यते। उपादानलक्षणा लक्षणलक्षणा इति द्वैविध्यं दृश्यते। पुनश्च उभयोः अपि नाम शुद्धा गौण्योः उभयोः अपि पुनरपि द्वैविध्यम् अन्यथा दृश्यते। सारोपासाध्यवसाना चेति एवं शुद्धा द्विविधा गौणी द्विविधा आहत्य चत्वारः प्रकाराः शुद्धा गौण्योः। पूर्वमेव शुद्धायाः एव केवलम् उपादानलक्षणा लक्षणलक्षणा इति द्वैविध्यं प्रदर्शितं किल, तेन द्विविधः सः चतुर्विधः अपरः आहत्य षड्विधा लक्षणा इति एवं वक्तव्यम्। एवं नोच्यते आचार्येण। महान्तं महद्विषयजातं मनसि कृत्वा वदन्ति आचार्याः, प्रौढया शैल्या वदन्ति। तेन अस्माभिः एवम् अवगन्तव्यं। न केवलं तत् अयं विभागप्रकारः वस्तुतः मुकुलभट्टेनैव इदं प्रथमतया प्रदर्शितः। एवमस्ति ग्रन्थे, तदा एवमेव दृश्यते। साक्षात् एवमेवम् इदमित्थम् इति न निर्दिश्यते। अस्माभिः शनैः अवगन्तव्यं, सम्यक् उपेक्षितव्यं। यथा यास्केन उच्यते ते उपेक्षितव्याः। उपेक्षितव्याः नाम समीपमेत्य ईक्षितव्याः, सम्यक् निरीक्षितव्याः, सम्यक् अवधेयाः इति। एवमेव अस्माभिः अत्रापि काव्यप्रकाशग्रन्थे एवम् अवगन्तव्याः केचन अंशाः। अधुना किमुच्यते, शुद्धायाः लक्षणायाः नाम शुद्धा भेदे, लक्षणा द्विविधा शुद्धा गौणी चेति शुद्धायाः एव केवलं द्वैविध्यं दृश्यते। द्विविधा शुद्धा इत्युच्यते। स्वसिद्धये पराक्षेपः परार्थं स्वसमर्पणम् उपादानम्।
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. But could you also somewhere switch in English? It's
Yes, that will be done. Wow, who is speaking?
Satyavrat here, sir.
Satyavrata, yes, that will be done definitely. स्वसिद्धये पराक्षेपः परार्थं स्वसमर्पणम् उपादानं लक्षणं च इत्युक्ता शुद्धैव सा विधा। वस्तुतः किं वक्तव्यम्, उपादानं लक्षणं चेति द्वैविध्यम्, उपादानलक्षणा लक्षणलक्षणा इति द्विविधा शुद्धा। तत्र उपादानं नाम किं? स्वसिद्धये पराक्षेपः एव उपादानं, लक्षणं नाम किं? परार्थं स्वसमर्पणम् उपादानम् इति वक्तव्यं। किन्तु सैषा रीतिः शास्त्रीया प्रौढा मम्मटाचार्याणां रीतिः। Now I will repeat whatever I have said in Sanskrit in English. Now Mammata proceeds to classify the lakshana into 6 kinds, 6 classes. Actually, he doesn't give any introduction like this. Now we are proceeding to classify lakshana into 6 cases, nothing like that. He simply says that swasiddhaye parakshepah parartham swasamarpanam. He gives the meaning, or he gives the nature of upadana and lakshana. What is this upadana and what is this lakshana? Actually, they are which differentiate, which show the difference between the 2 kinds of shuddha lakshana. First of all, lakshana is to be divided into shuddha and gauni. Shuddha and Gauni. Gauni is that indication, that Lakshana, where the similarity is the association between the denoted sense and the indicated sense. Similarity is the relation. Similarity. So, where similarity is the relation, the Lakshana is called Gauni. And where the relation is anything other than similarity, for example, Karya Karana Bhava or Avayava Avayavi Bhaga, Avayava Avayavi Bhava, then it is Shuddha. All these are not said here by Mamata. He simply says, he starts like this, Swasiddhaye Parakshepa, Parartham Swasamarpanam. What does he mean? This is the nature of Upadana and this is the nature of Lakshana. And this Upadana means the basis for a particular kind of Shuddha Lakshana. Lakshana is another basis for another kind of Shuddha Lakshana. Then he says Upadanam Lakshanam Jayati Yukta Shuddhaiva Sadvidha. Shuddhaiva means this classification pertains to Shuddha only. Gauni cannot be divided into two as Upadana Gauni Lakshana, Lakshana Gauni Lakshana, like that you cannot divide. Okay, so I have repeated whatever I have said in Sanskrit. Now, something else also I wanted to say. Okay. Swasiddhaye, this is what I wanted to say. Here we get a word Lakshanam, and we are dealing with the topic here we are dealing with is Lakshana, indication. And this Lakshanam is different from the Lakshana. And again it is different from the Lakshana, so-called Lakshana, Dhvani Lakshana, Prithvi Lakshana, etc. Their Lakshana is definition or Karika or Vyavartaka Dharma. Here Lakshana means something else. What is it? We will see. Punaha Sanskritena uchyate Swasiddhaye Parakshepaha Upadanam Swasiddhaye Swasya Atmanaha Siddhaye Parasya Akshepaha. Parasya Upadanam Adanam Swikaranam Nama
Grahanam.
ग्रहणम यह अस्वः आसीत् सः स्वः क्रियते तदेव स्वीकरणम यह अस्वः आसीत् यह स्वस्मिन् आसीत् स्वस्य अंशः नासीत् तस्य स्वीयत्वं स्वत्वम् आपाद्यते तेन तदेव उपादानम् हानं वामनाचार्येण उच्यते दोष गुणालंकारः अनादानाभ्याम हानं त्यागः उपादानं स्वीकरणं ग्रहणं यः अंशः आत्मीयः नासीत् तस्य परस्य अंशस्य स्वीकरणं पराक्षेपः एवञ्च उपादानं नाम स्वसिद्धये आत्मनः सिद्धये आत्मनः पूर्तये परस्य आक्षेपः एवमेव उदाहरणं दृष्ट्वा अवगन्तुं शक्यते परार्थं स्वसमर्पणम् एव लक्षणं नाम परार्थं स्वसमर्पणं स्वस्य आत्मनः समर्पणं परस्य परार्थं नाम परस्मै now I shall explain in English. Upadana is defined as swasiddhaye parakshepaha. In some cases the indicating word drags something else to its fold. parasya akshepah. This dragging in is done for swasiddhaye, for one's own fulfillment, one's own meaningfulness. So, in order to get the meaning of the complete sentence, or in order to uh, solve the incompatibility, a word drags in something else to it. So, siddhaye parakshepa to itself. That is what is meant by the term upadana here. And it is a literal meaning only. Upadanam. Adana, swikaranam, tadeva. Dragging in. Akshepaha, adanam. अलङ्कार अस्ति किल पृथग्यत्मनवृत्त्यः रसाक्षिप्ततया यस्य बन्धः शक्यक्रियो भवेत्. रसाक्षिप्ततया नाम रसा should just drag the alankara to its fold. Rasakshiptataya, forcibly rasa should bring in the alankara. There should not be any special effort on the part of the poet to formulate an alankara. That is what is called rasakshipta. Akshepaha, vastrakshepaha, akshepa, like that. Upadanam is dragging something in towards oneself. And what is lakshanam? Lakshanam is parartham, for somebody else, for something else. Swasamarpanam, dedicating oneself, giving away oneself. So I am translating simply upadanam into what is called, what I said yesterday. Lakshanam is dedication, inclusive. Upadana means inclusion, and lakshana means dedication. So Shuddha kind of lakshana, Shuddha kind of lakshana alone is divided into two as upadana lakshana and lakshana lakshana. What is meant by upadana is, here in this case the denoted word drags something else to its own fold. In the lakshana, the denoted word dedicates itself, its meaning, to something else. Kuntaha pravishanti, yashtayah pravishanti ityadau, कुंतादिभिः आत्मनः प्रवेश सिद्ध्यर्थं स्वसंयोगिनः पुरुषाः आक्षिप्यन्ते. आक्षेप. ततः उपादानेन इयं लक्षणा. उपादानलक्षणायाः उदाहरणं तत्र दीयते. भोजनशालायां कश्चित् अधिकारी सः वदति कुन्ताः इदानीं प्रविशन्तु. तेन कुन्ताः प्रविशन्ति च. कुन्तानां प्रवेशः भोजनशालायां कथं प्रवेशः, तत्र कः अर्थः इति क्लेशः. तदानीं वस्तुतः कुन्ताः नाम कुन्तधारिणः पुरुषाः, कुन्तिनः, कुन्तधारिणः. पुरुषः नाम स्त्रियः न व्यावर्त्यन्ते. कुन्तधारिणः जनाः इदानीं भोजनशालायां प्रविशन्ति. अत्र किं जातं, कुन्तरूपः अर्थः कुन्तधारिणः पुरुषान् आक्षिपत्. इत्यादौ कुन्तादिभिः आत्मनः प्रवेशसिद्ध्यर्थं स्वसंयोगिनः पुरुषाः आक्षिप्यन्ते. कुन्तादिभिः, कुन्ता एक्सेट्रा. In some other cases it will be something else, not kunta. ಅದನ್ನ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತೇನ ವಕ್ತವ್ಯ किल. अत्र कुन्तेन अन्यत्र वस्तुन्तरेण आत्मनः प्रवेशसिद्ध, आत्मनः शाब्दबोधप्रवेशसिद्ध्यर्थम् अथवा वाक्यार्थप्रवेशसिद्ध्यर्थम् अथवा तदेव शाब्दबोधप्रवेशसिद्ध्यर्थं स्वसंयोगिनः पुरुषाः आक्षिप्यन्ते. स्वसंयोगिनः जनाः, कुन्तसंयुक्ताः पुरुषाः, कुन्तधारिणः पुरुषाः आक्षिप्यन्ते. तेन अत्र अयम् आक्षेपः अस्ति, उपादानमस्ति. तेन अस्यां लक्षणायाम् उपादानमस्ति इत्यतः इयं लक्षणा उपादानेन उपादानलक्षणा इत्युच्यते. शुद्धायाः एको भेदः. So this is the example given for upadana lakshana. Kuntaha pravisanti or else yashtayaha pravisanti, both similar only. Yashti means a stick. Kunta means a particular kind of weapon, lance. When people are going into the dining hall, when somebody says, see, these sticks are entering the dining hall. What is meant? Not sticks, policemen or people with stick, security people, they are entering. So the literal meaning is stick. This stick, what does it do? This word, what does it do? It drags in people who are having sticks. So this is a case of dragging in, upadana. This is upadana lakshana. Gaudanabandhyaha ityadau श्रुति चोदितमर्थम श्रुति चोदितम अनुबंधनम कथम में स्यात् इति जात्या व्यक्तिः आक्षिप्यते न तु शब्देनोच्यते विशेषणाभिधा गच्छेत् क्षीणशक्तिर्विशेषणे इति न्यायात् इति उपादानलक्षणात् तु नोदाहर्तव्या न हि अत्र प्रयोजनमस्ति न वा रूढिरियं व्यक्ति अविनाभावात् तु जात्या व्यक्तिः आक्षिप्यते यथा क्रियताम इत्यस्य कर्ता कुरु इत्यत्र कर्म प्रविश पिंडीन इत्यादौ गृहं भक्षया इत्यादि च. Now as a what is his name? Sampath Kumar. No, I forgot. He has requested I will first explain in English, then I will again give the gist in Sanskrit.
I understood, sir. This is understood now. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Gaudanubandhyaha ityadu shruti chodidam artham. Now, Amadacharya refutes the example given by Mukula Bhatta in his Abhida Vritti Matrika or Abhida Vritta Matrika. There, for Upadana Lakshana, Mukula Bhatta gives this example, Gaur Anubandhya. And Mamad Bhatta says, no, this is not a case of Upadana Lakshana. Iti Upadana Lakshana tu na udahartavya. So what is the stand of Mukula Bhatta? That has been reproduced here. Gaur Anubandhya. It's a sentence. Gauhu Anubandhya. The animal meant for sacrifice, maybe cow or something else. Pashu anubandhyaha, gau. Here it is cow or bull. Anubandhyaha. Anubandhana karyena yojyaha. Gau should be subjected to the anubandhana right. So it is a part of alambhana, killing an animal, a cow or bull in sacrifice. Anubandhana. So somebody says, now the bull should be subjected to anubandhana karma. So what is the meaning of gauhu? The word gauhu, it means gotva. Gotva, a common feature as we know. So the gotva cannot be subjected to anubandhana. Gotva cannot be tied in a yupa and it cannot be killed. So Shruti Choditam Anubandhanam Katham me Syat. The listener to whom this instruction has been given, he thinks this instruction is given by Shruti, Veda. Veda Choditam Anubandhanam. How can I perform this action which is ordained by Shruti Veda? How can I do it? Because the word Gauhu means Gotva, Jati. Then he what do you call it? He thinks, okay. Now, by the word Gau, even if the meaning is Gotva, we have to take it as Gotva Van. Gotva Van. So Vyaktihi, particular cow is to be, particular bull is to be brought, not the Gautva. So this, how you get the meaning, a particular bull, the denoted meaning, Gautva, the common feature, just drags in. Akshepaha, upadiyate. So it's a case of upadana lakshana. The word gau, it drags in a particular cow, the meaning of, or a particular cow, into its fold to get the full meaning, full the purport, full purport. Natu shabdena uchyate. Here, the particular bull is meant not by expression, but by indication. This indication is a case of upadana lakshana. Why the particular cow or particular bull is not expressed? How can you say visheshyam nabhidhagachet kshena shaktir visheshane? There is a nyaya, there is a maxim, there is a rule. What does it say? Visheshyam na abhidhagachet kshena shaktir visheshane. The denotative function, after performing its action, what is its action? It gives the meaning of visheshana. That is gotva. Then it subsists. It cannot give another meaning. It has given already the meaning of gotva. So abhidha cannot give the meaning of cow, particular cow, visheshya. Visheshya abhidha, visheshane kshena shaktihi, visheshyam na gachet. That is a nyaya, that is a rule. Iti, so this is the stand of Purvapakshi. This is the stand of Mukla Bhatta, or people like Mukla Bhatta. So Mamada says, no, it cannot be a Lakshana at all. This Dauranubandhyaha, it is not a case of Lakshana at all. Because na hyatra prayojanamasti navarudhiriyam. The basis for Lakshana is either Rudhi or Prayojana. There is no Rudhi here. The word Gau, it is not fixed. It hasn't got deep rooted in the meaning of particular cow. It is not a Rudhi, it's not a case of Rudhi. And for this sentence being Lakshana, or this word being an indicative one, otherwise prayojana should be there, some benefit should be there. By uttering like this and meaning something else, some prayojana should be there. Prayojana also is absent. So this is not a case of Lakshana at all. This is not a case of indication. Vyakti abhinabhavitva jatya vyakti hi akshipyate yatha kriyatam ityatra karta kuru ityatra karma. This is a case of arthapatti. When somebody says kriyatam, let it be done. So it is meant that somebody has to do, you have to do. The subject of karana, it is not uttered here, but it is adhyaharta, arthapatti, shrutarthapatti, shruta arthapatti, artharthapatti. In some
Arthavati. Drishta Arthavati, sir.
Drishta. Satyam. Drishta Arthavati. Shruta Arthavati, Drishta Arthavati. So it's a case of Arthavati. Let to be done means the subject is dragged in. It is not a case of Lakshana. Kuru ityatra karma. Kriyatam ityatra kritihi kartaram vina nopapadyate ityasmat karta akshipyate. Kuru ityatra, you do this. That is a command. Do what? It is understood. Karma kuru. Karma vishesha. Karma kuru. That karma is not uttered. So it is got by akshepa. It is a case of arthapatti. Pravisha. Enter. Where? Griham is known by arthapatti. Pravisha griham. Pindim. It is a particular kind of eatable thing. Pindim bhakshaya. Bhakshaya is understood. Understood by how? How is it understood? These are all the cases of arthapatti, shrutarthapatti and drishtarthapatti. What is the difference? Shrutarthapatti means the word tracks in. Drishtarthapatti means the meaning or the sense tracks in some other element. पीनो देवदत्तो दिवान भुंक्ते इत्यत्र च रात्रि भोजनं न लक्ष्यते. Again, Muglabhatta has given this as an example of lakshana. This sentence: पीनो देवदत्तो दिवान भुंक्ते इत्यत्र रात्रि भोजनं न लक्ष्यते, and it has been refuted by Mamata. न लक्ष्यते श्रुतार्थापत्तेः अर्थापत्तेर्वा तस्य विषयात्. श्रुतार्थापत्ति and दृष्टार्थापत्ति or अर्थापत्ति. This Bhattas and Mimamsakas hold different views on Arthapatti. Now, Saraha Samskritena Vaktavyaha Chetu Uchyate. Atra Muglabhattena Gaudanabandhyaha iti Upadana Lakshanayaha Udaharanam Dattam. Tanna Samichinam Tatra Lakshana Nasti इति मम्मटाचार्यस्य पक्षः. मम्मटाचार्यः कस्मात् लक्षणं नास्ति इति वदति, तत्र रूढिप्रयोजनयोः अन्यतरत् नास्ति, निमित्तं नास्ति. रूढिः अथवा प्रयोजनम् एतयोः अन्यतरत् अपेक्षितं लक्षणायाः प्रवृत्तौ. अत्र तन्नास्ति इति. अत्र अर्थापत्तिरेव. गौडनबन्ध्यः इति वाक्यं श्रुतिवाक्यमिदं. तेन किं ज्ञायते? को वा अर्थः? गौः अनुबन्धनकर्मणि विधेयः. अनुबन्ध्यः. अत्र गौः इत्यनेन यदि गोत्वं स्वीक्रियते, गोत्वम् एव अर्थः, तेन गोत्वस्य अनुबन्धनं कर्तुं न शक्यते. गौरेव विशिष्टस्य कस्यचित् गौरेव अनुबन्धनं कर्तुं शक्यते, न सामान्यस्य गोत्वधर्मस्य. तेन किं क्रियते? आक्षेपः क्रियते. गो शब्देन गो व्यक्तिः आक्षिप्यते, जात्या व्यक्तिः आक्षिप्यते. विशेषणाभिधागच्छेत् क्षीणशक्तिर्विशेषणे इति नियमात् शक्तिः, गोपदस्य शक्तिः गोत्वे एव. गवि विशिष्टे गवि नास्ति. तेन आक्षेपः क्रियते. तेन इयं लक्षणा उपादान लक्षणा. गोपदेन अथवा गवा गोत्वेन गौः आक्षिप्यते, जात्या व्यक्तिः आक्षिप्यते. तेन आक्षेपः अस्ति, उपादानमस्ति इति अत्र उपादानलक्षणायाः उदाहरणमिदम् इति मुकुलभट्टेन उच्यते. तत्र मम्मटभट्टेन उच्यते रूढिर्नास्ति, प्रयोजनं नास्ति, तेन लक्षणैव नास्ति. पुनः किं तत्? अत्र अर्थापत्तिः. यथा क्रियताम् इत्युक्ते कर्ता आक्षिप्यते. कुरु इत्यत्र कर्म आक्षिप्यते. कर्म विना कृतिः, कर्माश्रितः आश्रिता कृतिः इत्यस्मात् आक्षिप्यते कर्म. कुरु इति क्रिया कृत्य. एवमेव क्रियताम् इत्यत्र कर्ता आक्षिप्यते. एवमेव प्रविश इत्यत्र गृहम् इति अर्थापत्या लभ्यते. पिण्डीम् इत्यत्र भक्षय इति लभ्यते. तेन तथा अत्रापि अर्थापत्तिरेव, न लक्षणा इति मम्मटभट्टस्य मतम्. एवमेव पीनो देवदत्तो दिवान भुङ्क्ते इति प्रसिद्धमिदम् अर्थापत्त्युदाहरणं मुकुलभट्टेन तावत् लक्षणायाः उदाहरणत्वेन दत्तं. तत्रापि निषेधः क्रियते, प्रतिषेधः क्रियते मुकुलभट्टेन. अभिधा वृत्तमात्रकां किञ्चिदिव दर्शयामि, ग्रन्थं दर्शयामि. शब्दव्यापारात् यस्य गतिः तस्य मुख्यत्वं सहि यथा तस्मात् मुखमेव मुख्येति तस्य उदाहरणं गौरनुबन्ध्यः इति. अत्र हि गोशब्दव्यापारात् यागसाधनभूता गोत्वलक्षणा जातिः अपगम्यते अतः तस्याः मुख्यता तदेव शब्दव्यापारगम्यो मुख्योऽर्थः यस्य तु शब्दव्यापारगम्यार्थपर्यालोचनया अवगतिः तस्य लाक्षणिकत्वं यथा गौरनबन्ध्यः इति पूर्वस्मिन् एव उदाहरणे व्यक्तेः आक्षेपः सा हि व्यापारात् अवसीयते विशेष्यन्नाभिधागच्छेत् क्षीणशक्तिर्विशेषणे इति न्यायात् तेन किमुच्यते गौरनुबन्ध्यः इत्यत्र गोपतस्य लाक्षणिकत्वं सा हि न शब्दव्यापारात् अपसीयते विशेष्यन्नाभिधागच्छेत् क्षीणशक्तिर्विशेषणे इति न्यायात् व्यक्ति सा हि नाम व्यक्तिः शब्दव्यापारात् न अवसीयते. This particular cow is not meant, not understood, not cognized by denotation. So we have to do akshepa, or this shabda has to, the shabda or shabdartha has to do akshepa, and the particular cow, particular bull is akshipta. जातिस्तु व्यक्तिमन्तरेण यागसन्धन साधनभूतं प्रतिपद्यते इति शब्दप्रत्यायित जाति सामर्थ्यात् अत्र जातेः आश्रयभूता व्यक्तिः आक्षिप्यते. शब्द प्रत्यायितः बोधितः शब्देन बोधिता जातिः. दिस गोत्वा is meant by denotation. It is denoted by the shabda. So the gotva jati is understood from shabda. It is cognized through shabda. Jati samarthya tatra jatehe ashrayabhuta vyaktihi akshipyate. And that jati pulls in this vyakti, particular cow. Jatehe ashrayabhuta vyaktihi akshipyate. Tena asau lakshanigi. That is Mukula Bhatta. Gangayam Ghoshaha. Gangayam Ghoshaha ityatra Tatasya Ghoshadhikaranatva Siddhaye गंगा शब्दः स्वार्थम अर्पयति इत्येवमादौ लक्षणेन एषा लक्षणा. So he gives the example for lakshana. This lakshana is based on lakshana. This indication is based on parartham samarpana lakshana. Lakshanena esha lakshana, which is the case Gangayam Ghoshaha. इत्यत्र तटस्य घोषाधिकरणत्व सिद्धये. Ganga is flowing waters, river, and Ghosha is a village or house, something. So the Ganga cannot be a substratum, or the house or village cannot be situated in running water. So घोषाधिकरणत्व सिद्धये Ganga शब्दः स्वार्थम अर्पयति. Here the word Ganga just dedicates oneself or one's meaning, swartham arpayati, just dedicates for fulfillment of the sentence or the completion or siddhi. Itev madho swartham arpayati iti itev madho lakshanena ivam lakshana. Gangayam Ghoshaha iti lakshanayaः उदाहरणं दीयते. अत्र सम्यक् ज्ञातमेव. गंगा शब्दः स्वार्थम् अर्पयति. स्वस्य अर्थम् आपनः प्रवाहरूपमर्थं सिद्धये पूर्णतायै पूर्त्यै अर्पयति अथवा घोषार्थस्य घोषाधिकरणत्व सिद्धये. गंगायाः घोषाधिकरणत्व सिद्धये स्वार्थं प्रवाहरूपमर्थं समर्पयति. एवञ्च कः अर्थः? तीररूपः अर्थः. गंगा शब्दः प्रवाहरूपमर्थम् अर्पयित्वा तीररूपमर्थं बोधयति. तीरञ्च अधिकरणत्वम् अधिकरणयोग्यं भवति, घोषस्य अधिकरणयोग्यं भवति, तेन गंगा तटे गंगा तीरे घोषः इत्यर्थः लभ्यते। उभयरूपा च इयं शुद्धा उपचारेण अमिश्रितत्वात्। Now, Amada says both these cases of Shuddha are unmixed by Upachara. Why I am calling this as Shuddha? There is no this mixture of Upachara. Upacharena Amishrita. It is pure, not mixed by Upachara. And what is Upachara? Upacharaha Sadrishya Sambandha. Upacharena Amishritatvat. There, Mamada Bhatta and Mukula Bhatta, they differ. What is Upachara? In the meaning of Upachara, they differ. For Mukula Bhatta, it is Abheda. Here it is similarity, Sadrishya. उपचारेण अमिश्रितत्वात् सादृश्य संबंधः अत्र नास्ति, तेन अत्र उपचारेण अमिश्रितत्वात् इयं लक्षणा शुद्धा। उभयोः अपि अनयोः भेदयोः शुद्धत्वमस्ति, उभयरूपा च इयं शुद्धा। अनयोः भेदयोः लक्ष्यस्य लक्षकस्य च न भेदरूपं ताटस्थ्यम्। तटादीनां गंगादि शब्दैः प्रतिपादने तत्व प्रतिपत्तौ हि प्रतिपिपादयिषित प्रयोजन संप्रत्ययः। गंगा संबंध मात्र प्रतीतौ तु गंगा तटे घोषः इति मुख्य शब्दाभिधानात् लक्षणायाः को भेदः। अनयोः भेदयोः लक्ष्यस्य लक्षकस्य च न भेदरूपं ताटस्थ्यम्। Now he is refuting, Mamada Bhatta is refuting the stand of Mukula Bhatta. According to Mukula Bhatta, Shuddha means there is no abheda. So there is difference. Difference between what? Lakshya and Lakshaka. The primary meaning and the or denoted meaning and the indicated meaning. Lakshyasya lakshakasya cha bhedah tadeva bheda rupam tatasthyam asti iti Mukula Bhattah nasti iti kaha Mamada Bhattah vadati. Again I shall repeat. Here it's a case of Shuddha. Which one? Gangayam Ghosha. Not only Gangayam Ghosha, both Gangayam Ghosha and the other case. Shuddha. So, in both the cases, Mukula Bhatta says these two are Shuddha because there is difference between the denoted sense and the indicated sense. There is no identity. But what I said, according to Mukula Bhatta, there is no identity. But Mamada says, no, there is identity between the Lakshya and Lakshaka. Tatadi, why? He explains. Tatadinam gangadi shabdaihi pratipadane tattva pratipattau hi pratipipadayishita prayojana sampratyaya. If there is no identity between the Ganga and Tata, then the benefit of the indicative function itself is nullified. What is the benefit of this indicative function or benefit of this or the purpose of this Lakshana usage? It is the cognition of Shaitya Bhavanatwadi. Pratipipadayishita nama, that which is meant to be cognized, that which is proposed to be cognized. Pratipipadayishita. Pratipadita is that which is cognized. Pratipipadesha, that which is desired to be cognized. Pratipipadayishita, which is that is which is to be cognized, the sense of Shaitya and Pavanatva, etc. That cognition, Sampratyaya means cognition. The cognition of the Prayojana, Shaitya, Pavanatva, etc., which is desired, which cognition is desired, which will not happen if the identity is denied. So, Tattva Pratipatti, Abheda Pratipatti, identity should be there in this case. Tatadinam Gangadi Shabdaihi Pratipadane Tattva Pratipattau. Tattva Pratipatti Nama Abheda Pratipattau. Pratipatti Nama understanding, cognition. Tattva Pratipattau. He Pratipipadayishita Prayojana Sampratyaya. Ganga Sambandha Matra Pratitau. तो गंगा तटे घोषः इति मुख्य शब्दाभिधानात् लक्षणायाः को भेदः. Otherwise, what is the difference between the sentence Ganga tade घोषः and Gangayam घोषः? What is the difference? Gangayam घोषः also means Ganga tade घोषः. Ganga tade घोषः also means Ganga tade घोषः. If that prayojana is not considered to be the objective, the purpose of employment of lakshana. English people satisfied by the explanation?
Yes, sir, understood.
Okay. संस्कृतेन किञ्चित् वच्मि, सर्वम् उक्तमेव, तथापि
Sir, English people itself, you have used one maybe Lakshana, sir. Very nice example you have yourself used now.
Good. Thank you.
English speaking people like.
Yeah, English people, English speaking people, or people who desire to hear to be explained
also
explanation
English.
Yeah.
Also, English people would be people from England.
Yeah, that is also that. That is a literal sense. Indicated sense is what is said. People who desire to hear explanation in English. So, without Lakshana, we cannot have any transaction, any vyavahara, any discourse. Lakshana is very much essential. And the Lakshyartha is more beautiful than the Vyangyartha. That is what Sahardaya say, but these Shastrakaras will not agree.
So this will be the case of Lakshana here, right?
Yes. This is a case of Lakshana, not Lakshana, it is Lakshana. Okay. Atra Mugla Bhattena Kimuchade Shuddhatvam Nama एवं वक्तव्यम्. उपचारो नाम आरोपः. वस्तुन्तरे वस्तुनः आरोपः. तत्र यत्र वस्तुन्तरे वस्तुरूपम् आचर्यते आरोप्यते तत्र उपचारः. So this 78. उपचार मिश्रातु यत्र वस्त्वन्तरं वस्त्वन्तरे उपचर्यते. एकस्मिन् वस्तुनि अन्यद् वस्तु उपचर्यते, आरोप्यते. यत्र एषः आरोपः अस्ति, एषः आरोपः एव उपचारः इति कथ्यते इति मुकुलभट्टस्य मतं. किन्तु मम्मटभट्टस्य मतं उपचारः नाम सादृश्य संबंध सादृश्य निबंधना लक्षण उपचारः अथवा एवं सादृश्य निबंधना लक्षण उपचारः अथवा सादृश्य कल्पनम उपचारः. एवं मुकुलभट्टस्य मतं खण्ड्यते. अत्र वस्तुतः अभेदः एव अस्ति. कुत्र? उभयत्र गंगायां घोषः इत्यत्र एवमेव कुन्ताः प्रविशन्ति इत्यत्र अभय एतदेव अस्ति. किमस्ति? अभेदः एव अस्ति. अभेदः न भविष्यत् तर्हि प्रयोजनस्य सम्प्रत्ययः यत् प्रयोजनं प्रतिपादयितुम् अभिलषितं प्रतिपिपादयिषितस्य प्रयोजनस्य सम्प्रत्ययः अवगमः न भविष्यत् तेन अभेदः अत्र अस्ति एव तटादीनां गङ्गादिशब्दैः प्रतिपादने तत्त्वप्रतिपत्तौ अभेदप्रतिपत्तौ हि प्रतिपिपादयिषितप्रयोजनसम्प्रत्ययः गङ्गासम्बन्धमात्रप्रतीतौ तु गङ्गातटे घोषः इति मुख्यशब्दाभिधानात् लक्षणायाः को भेदः यदि अभेदः नास्ति एवं चेत् गङ्गातटे घोषः इत्येव कथनमेव अलं तत्र लक्षणैव नास्ति लक्ष्यार्थः यदि शैत्यभावनत्वादिकं नास्ति प्रयोजनम् एवं चेत् गङ्गायां घोषः कः अर्थः गङ्गातटे घोषः लक्षणप्रयोगे एवमेव अभिधाप्रयोगे गङ्गातटे घोषः को भेदः नास्ति तेन लक्षणायाम् अभेदः अस्ति अभेदप्रतिपत्तिः अस्ति चेदेव गङ्गायाः गङ्गातटस्य च अभेदप्रतिपत्तौ एव शैत्यभावनत्वादि रूपं प्रतिपादयितुम् इष्टम् अभिलषितं प्रयोजनं सिद्ध्येत तेन अभेदः एव now it is 7:55 5 minutes break any intervention any comments questions if nobody is saying anything, I will show two things. One is 2-3 minutes left. Anybody can. किमिति
May I ask?
yes please
Okay, so regarding Upadan Lakshana and Lakshan Lakshana, I have a question. The question is that can we call Upadan Lakshana means it is just like Abhida Mool Lakshana, yet means the meaning of sentence is referred over there or considered.
the last part I didn't get. Repeat please.
Can we call Upadan Lakshana?
Yes,
Means,
Lakshana. Lakshana you said that. Okay. What is for calling?
In Abhidhamul Lakshana, the Vakshyat is considered. And even in Upadan Lakshana also the Vakshyat is somewhat considered. Means there Kuntaha Pravishanti, so the Kuntaha Pravishanti, the meaning is taken over there. So can we consider them both as same?
Yes. What do you mean is this? Can we call Upadana Lakshana as Ajahat Swartha, where the one's own meaning is not left out? Okay?
Yes.
Ajahat Swartha. Swartha na tyaktaha. So, in Upadana Lakshana, Kunta Pravisanti, the meaning of Kunta is not eliminated.
Yes.
It is there, some other element is added.
Yes.
Holding Kunta. Yes. You are right. Jahat Swartha. And Lakshana is Jahat Swartha.
What does it mean by Jahat?
Jahat means one which leaves out.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Ha, there is a root dhatu ohak tyage hana jahati jahati is singular, jahati is plural, hana is noun. Hana means sacrificing, leaving out. Okay. Anybody else?
But sir, I was thinking this Ajahat Swartha and Jahat Swartha would be Nyaya concepts. Is it fine for us to use them for literary theory here?
Yeah, for understanding it is fine. If you go into technical nuances, some difference will be there. For understanding, okay, Jahat Swartha and Ajahat Swartha, the terms put forth by Nayayikas.
Yeah, okay.
Now I will show this. See this. Yesterday we were speaking about this Upadhi, Jati Adar Jati Reva, how it is divided. It is given in picture. This I am showing from the Sangamani commentary by Sugyan Kumar Mohanty, commentary on Mughala Bhatta's Abhidavarta Matrika. The same as Muhammada's. Sangamani is the name of the commentary. Now, this is the division made by Mammata. Classification of Lakshana into sixfold classification. Lakshana, Shuddha and Gauna. Shuddha alone has got two kinds of classes, Upadana and Lakshana. And both Shuddha and Gauna, they are divided into Saropa and Sadhyavasana. And example of also given. Kunta Pravisanti Gangayam Ghoshaha. Okay. Shall we go to the text? सारोपान्यातो यत्रोक्तौ विषयी विषयस्तथा सारोपा अन्या तो यत्रोक्तौ विषयी विषयस्तथा विषय्यन्तः कृतेऽन्यस्मिन् सा स्यात् साध्यवसानिका. Now Mamada is giving so the nature of two things. One is Saropa and the other one is Sadhyavasanika. Two kinds of Lakshanas, Saropa Lakshana and the Sadhyavasanika Lakshana. Saropa Anya Yatra Vishayi Tatha Vishayaha Evam Uktau Ubhau Api Uktau Aropyamanaha आरोप विषयश्च यत्र अनपन्हुत भेदौ सामानाधिकरण्येन निर्दिश्येते सा लक्षणा सारोपा. Something is attributed on something else. So aropyamana is that is attributed. Aropa vishaya is the subject on which or the object on which the attribution is done. For example, Mukham Chandraha, Chandra or Chandratva is Aropyamana and Aropa Vishaya is Mukham. Yatra Samanadhikaranyena Nirdishyate. Both are expressed. Uktau. Both are expressed. How? Samanadhikaranyena. Samanadhikaranya means both having one and the same substratum. Both referring to one and the same thing, one and the same object. Samanadhikaranyena nirdishyate. Anabanhuta bhedau. And the difference is not veiled, not concealed. Difference is there. When you say Gauhu Vahikaha or Mukham Chandraha, there is difference between Mukha and Chandra and Go and Vahika, but both refer to one and the same thing. So Samanadhikaranya is there and you don't deny the difference and both are expressed. That case of Lakshana is Saropa Lakshana, where the attribution, where there is attribution, where the attributed feature and the object of or subject of attribution both are expressed without denying the difference. The case is that of Saropa. Atra adhana Gauni Shuddha Bhedayoho, Shuddha Gaunyoho Ubhayoho api Saropa Sadhyavasana iti Bhedadvayam darshayitum प्रथम एवं उच्यते इयं सारोपायाः लक्षणायाः इदं स्वरूपम् अथवा सारोपात्वं नाम किम् यत्र विषयः विषयी च आरोप्यमाणः आरोपविषयश्च आरोप्यमाणः विषयी विषयः आरोपविषयः अनबन्धुतभेदौ भेदः न अपन्हुतः न आवृतः सामानाधिकरणेन एकस्मिन्नेव अधिकरणे विद्यमानत्वेन एकस्मिन्नेव वस्तुनि विद्यमानत्वेन निर्दिश्यते उभयोपि यत्र निर्दिश्यते सा सारोपा. And the other one is साध्यवसान विषयी अंतःकृते अन्यस्मिन् विषयिणा अंतःकृते विषयी अंतःकृते. विषयी is different from the what do you call the subject at hand. Vishaya is subject at hand. Somebody is describing the face of her beloved Mukham. So the face is the subject at hand and he is likening the face to moon. So the moon or the moonness, Chandratva or Chandra, that is Vishayi and the face is Vishaya. Vishayina antahkrita antahkritam Vishayi antahkritam Vishayina Chandrena Chandratvena va antahkritam Mukham Anyasminne antahkrite sati. When the face or the Vishaya is veiled, concealed by Vishayi, that is known. The case is sa syad sa lakshana sadhyavasanika syad, that is sadhyavasana or sadhyavasanika. Vishayina aropyamanena antahkrite sadhyavasana. Vishayina aropyamanena chandradina chandratvadina antahkrite nigirne anyasmin aropa vishaye. Vishaya is nigirna kabalita garbhita sa syat sadhyavasana. When the child is the fetus in the womb, people can't see, but it is there. So it is garbhita, it is nigirna by the mother's womb. Like that, this Vishaya is nigirna. Simply, when you say Mukham Chandraha, it is Aropa. When you say Chandraha, referring to Mukham, then it is Sadhyavasana. Mukha is concealed, that's all. Vishayina antahkrite anyasminna Vishaya antahkrite Sadhyavasana. Imau bhedau attu sampadakasya vachanam na granthakirtu भेदा विमोच सादृश्यात् संबंधं तरतस्तथा गौणौ शुद्धौ च विज्ञेयौ भेदा विमोच सादृश्यात् संबंध अंतरतस्तथा गौणौ शुद्धौ च विज्ञेयौ. Now, Mamada has shown two cases of Lakshana, Saropa Lakshana and Sadhyavasana Lakshana. So, both these cases, both these Lakshanas, Veda Vimau, Gauno Shuddhaucha iti Vijñeyo. There are again, these are again of two kinds. One kind is Gauna and the other kind is Shuddha. So, Gauni is Aropa, Gauni is Adhyasana. So these two are referred to by Gaunau. Gauna Bhedau, Shuddhau, Shuddha Bhedau, Gaunau, Gauni Bhedau. Ama, Saropa, Sadhyasana, both are again divided into Gauni and Shuddha. So, Gauni is Aropa, Gauni is Adhyasana, Shuddha Saropa, Shuddha Sadhyasana. Imau Aropadhyasana Rupo Sadrisha Hetu Bhedau Gaurvahikaha Ityatra Gaurayam Ityatra Cha. And he has shown this example, given this example also. Gaurvahikaha. Gaurvahikaha is Gauni Lakshana. Saropa Gauni Lakshana. Saropa Gauni Lakshana. It is Gauni because the association is determined by similarity. What is the meaning of Gaur Vahika? Gauhu means bull. Vahika means a person from a region called Vahika. Some people say it is Punjab. Or a person who is from a region where there is no Shishtachara, Achara Bhakya. So, Mayachaha, a person from the foreign land, when the land is called, it is Dharma Kshetra or Brahma Kshetra, Brahmavarta, something. So, Vahikaha, Achara Bhakya, or the person may not be from some other place, but he is not having this Acharya, practicing Achara. So, Achara Bhakya, that it is explained in these two different ways, Vahika. So, Vahika is a person and Gauhu is a bull. Now, Gaur Vahika means both the words refer to that person. Vahika and Gau both refer to that person. And there is a case of what you call identification or association. That association is based on sadrishya, similarity. Why? How? What is a basis of similarity? What feature is common in both this bull as well as Vahika? Jadya, Mandya, etc. Tishtan Motra, etc. Tishtan Motra is Acharya Bhakya does this, Tishtan Motra. Tishtan Motratva is a similarity between Gauhu and Vahika. And Jadya, Jadatva, and Mandatva, dullness, blockheadedness, dullard. Jada means dullard, blockheaded fellow. Both are this bull also having got any discrimination as human beings. So, and it is Jada. It doesn't have discrimination, Viveka Rahita. And Mandya, it is very slow. It is not what you call energetic. So, Jadya, Mandya, energetic in cognizing or something, doing things, sluggish, slow, or dull. Jadya, Mandya. These are the similar features in both Gauhu and Vahika. So, this is a case of Saropa Gauni Lakshana. And Gaurayam, if that Vahika is not expressed by the word Vahika, simply this. So, that Nirdesha is not there. Sarobanyatu yatrokto vishayi vishayasthatha. anabandhutabhedena nirdishyete. The nirdesha is not there by the same word vahika. Just referred to by this common term. So Gaurayam is a case of Sadhyavasana because vahika is concealed. This is Gaur. This is a bull. He is an ass. Like that, this is an ass. So there is no abhidha referring to that particular person. इत्यत्र च अत्र हि स्वार्थसहचारिणो गुणाः जाड्यमान्द्यादयो लक्ष्यमाणा अपि गोशब्दस्य परार्थाभिधाने प्रवृत्तिनिमित्तत्वमुपयन्ति इति केचित् स्वार्थसहचारिण गुणाभेदेन परार्थगुणताः गुणाः एव लक्ष्यन्ते न तु परार्थः अभिधीयते इत्यन्ये साधारणगुणाश्रयत्वेन परार्थ एव लक्ष्यते इत्यपरे. This is a hard portion. So what is cognized here in the case of Gaurvahikaha? How? What is the nature of verbal cognition? There is difference between scholars. There are three kinds of interpretations given here. The first case, they say that there is abhidha and lakshana both. When somebody says Gaurvahikaha, there is abhidha as well as lakshana. In the second set of people, they say that there is only lakshana, and the lakshana is in the word Gauhu, and what is indicated sense? Pararthagataha gunaha. Pararthagataha gunaha, this Jadya and Mandya etc. features in Vahika. So the indicated sense is the Jadya, Mandya etc. that is there in the Vahika. And there is no abhidha at all. Pararthaha natu pararthaha abhidhiyate. Sadharana gunashrayatvena parartha eva lakshyate ityapare. Apare is the stand approved by Mahada. So say the commentators. Sadharana gunashrayatvena parartha eva lakshyate. It's a case of lakshana, and this word Gau indicates Vahika himself, not the Jadya, Mandya etc. in Vahika. So this I am not going to explain today in detail. If somebody is wants to desirous of the explanation, we shall see it tomorrow. So avagatamiti manye atra Gaurvahikaha ityatra कथं शाब्दबोधः के व्यापाराः इत्यत्र मतभेदः अस्ति. केचन मन्यन्ते गोशब्देन लक्षणया जाड्यमान्द्यादयः सिद्ध्यन्ति प्रथमं, तदनन्तरम् अभिधाभिः प्रवर्तते यत् लक्षणया जाड्यमाद्यादि गतम् अवगतं तत् प्रवृत्तिनिमित्तं भवति अभिधायाः. एवं उभयमप्यस्ति, अभिधा लक्षणाप्यस्ति अभिधाप्यस्ति इति केचन मन्यन्ते. केचन अपरे मन्यन्ते अत्र गोशब्देन लक्षणया वाहीकगत जाड्यमान्द्यादयः लक्ष्यन्ते, अभिधा नास्ति एव इति. अपरे नाम व्याख्यातृभिः एवमुच्यते न परे अपरे नाम स्वे नाम अस्मदीयाः. अस्मदीयाः किं वदन्ति, किं मन्यन्ते, अस्मदीयैः किं चिन्त्यते. साधारणगुणाश्रयत्वेन परार्थः एव लक्ष्यते. गुणाः ये समानाधिकरणाः गुणाः न समानाधिकरणाः न, गवि वाहिके च विद्यमानाः सदृशाः गुणाः जाड्यमान्द्यादयः गुणाः तद्गुणाश्रयत्वेन परार्थः एव लक्ष्यते. कश्चन सम्बन्धः उच्यते. तेन सम्बन्धेन अत्र वाहीकः लक्ष्यार्थः गोशब्दस्य कः लक्ष्यार्थः वाहीकः एष एव ममडाचार्यस्य अभिमतं मतमिति व्याख्यातारः वदन्ति पश्यामः नेक्स्ट मम्मटाचार्य cites कुमर्लभट्ट तंत्रवार्तिक अभिधेया विना भूत प्रतीतिर्लक्षणोच्यते लक्ष्यमाणगुणैर्योगात् वृत्तेरिष्टातु गौणता अभिधेय अविनाभूत प्रतीतिः लक्षणा उच्यते अभिधेय अविनाभूत प्रतीतिः अविनाभाव is actually it means invariable association but here Kumarlabhatta has it in the sense of simply association. Abhideya means primary meanings. Abhideya avinabhuta pratitihi, primary meaning the cognition of the associated thing with the denoted sense, or that function which gives the cognition of something associated with the denoted object. That is lakshana. Abhideya avinabhuta pratitir lakshanoच्यते. Lakshmana gunaiyogat vritterushtatu gaunata. That function, it is called gauni or gauna function. When the abhideya is associated with the gunas, features, some features. This is a sentence, a passage from Vartika, Kumarlabhatta's Vartika. Avinabhavaha atra sambandhamatram natu nantariyakam. When he says abhideya avinabhuta pratitihi, that is the definition for lakshana. It is a casual reference, passing reference. Here Mamaravata takes, not only Mamaravata, many people take. In the Shloka Vartika and Tantra Vartika, many concepts, many ideas are scattered. For some purpose, Kumarlabhatta puts forth some idea, some concept, and he explains. And whether it can be taken as his own, final say, no, it's doubtful. But people take, and people cite this lakshana as Mimamsakas. Abhideya avinabhuta pratitir lakshanoच्यते. Lakshmana gunaiyogat vritterishtātu gaunata. Take this Padabodhini.
May I ask a question, sir?
Yeah. Who? Venkat?
Okay. Naresh.
Naresh, okay.
What kind of compound is abhideya vina bhuta pratiti? Is it a bahuvrihi adjective for lakshana?
Yes, bahuvrihi.
Okay.
Yeya abhideyena avinabhutasya pratitihi labhyate sa abhideya avinabhuta pratitihi.
Okay, may I try and paraphrase and you'll tell me if I got it right?
Yeah.
Is the first half of this verse saying that lakshana is such a thing whose pratiti, the perception one has of it, is avinabhuta from the pratiti of the abhidha. So abhideya is the pratiti of the abhidhana. So abhideya avinabhuta pratiti lakshana.
No, it's not correct. It's not proper. You please repeat slowly. It's not proper. It has to be modified.
Lakshana is that kind of a semantic function which gives rise to a pratiti, which gives rise to a perception that is, shall I translate as inseparable, avinabhuta, from the abhideya, from the primary semantic function, primary meaning.
See, your understanding there, the cognition is of what? Avinabhutasya pratitihi. That you have not thought, I think. Lakshana is that function which gives the cognition of something which is invariably associated with the denoted sense. Abhideya. Abhideyena arthena abhinabhutatu bhutaha yaha arthaha tasya pratiti.
Okay.
Now you can try paraphrasing.
Okay. So Lakshana is a semantic function which gives rise to a perception, pratiti, that is avinabhuta, that is not different or not unrelated.
It is avinabhuta is a technical term. That
So
is,
should we take it like vyapta?
Yeah, nantari ekam vyapti. But here invariable association is not meant.
I see.
That is why Mamlapata immediately says avinabhavaha atra sambandha matram natu nantari ekam. Nantari ekam means invariable association.
Correct. Okay. So then it is a pratiti of something that is bound or related to the abhideya, the primary sense of the term. Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
मानांतर विरुद्धे तु मुख्यार्थस्य परिग्रहे, that is a passage preceding this one. Abhideya vina bhuta pratiti lakshanochate. The line preceding that, this one abhideya vina bhuta etc. is manantara viruddhe tu mukhyarthasya parigrahe. Manantara viruddhe tu, when the mukhyartha is objected or blocked or found to be incompatible by manantara, by some other pramana, pratyaksha or some other pramana. Manantara viruddhe tu mukhyarthasya parigrahe abhideyavena bhuta pratitara lakshanochate. Bhattavartike. Avinabhavah atra sambandha matram. न नियतः सम्बन्धः न आन्तरीयकं. नान्तरीयकं नाम येन विना यन्नास्ति तयोः सम्बन्धः नान्तरीयकं. That is invariable association. यत्र यत्र धूमः तत्र वह्निः, यत्र यत्र वह्निभावः तत्र धूमभावः. That is invariable association. That is not meant here. तत्वे हि, if that were the case, मञ्चाः क्रोशन्ति इत्यादौ लक्षणा न स्यात्. Manchasthaha purushaha kroshanti, that is the indicated meaning. Now, mancha is a cot, and manchastha or cot, or what do you call? Tottil. What is the word for tottil? Where children are laid.
Cradle.
Oh, okay. And manchasthaha shishavaha, or people on cot, manchasthaha purushaha, manchasthaha shishavaha kroshanti. Tatra, there, this is a case of lakshana. If invariable association, always children are not there in the cradle, and these people are not there in the cot. So there is no invariable association between wherever cot, everywhere it is, people are there or like that. Invariable association is not there between mancha and the shishu or mancha and purusha. So there, had it been this invariable association, here lakshana would not have been there, won't have been there. So the avinabhava doesn't mean vyapti here, invariable association. It is simply a relation, generally a relation, that's all. Avinabhave cha akshepena eva siddhehe lakshanayaha nopayogaha ityuktam. Avinabhave cha akshepena eva siddhehe. If that is if that were the case, if avinabhava was meant, then manchasthaha purushaha, that indicated sense can be got from by akshepa itself. Lakshana is not at all required. In the case of Gauranubandhyaha, Gotva cannot be brought. So Gauhu, that sense of a particular thing, particular bull, is dragged in by Akshepa. This is a similar case. Manchaha kroshanti. Kroshana cannot be done by mancha. So manchasaha akshipante, manchasaha purushaha sishavaha akshipante. Akshepa will do. No indication is not at all required here. That would have been the case. Avagatamiti manye yaihi angalam अवगन्तुं न शक्यते तत्र अभिधेया विना भूत प्रत्योतिर्लक्षणोच्यते लक्ष्यमाणगुणैर्योगाद् इष्टातु गौणता इति गौण्याः लक्षणायाः च भेदः तत्र दर्शितः भट्टाचार्येण कुमारलभट्टाचार्येण तत्र यया वृत्त्या अभिधेयेन अभिधागम्येन अर्थेन अविनाभूतस्य सम्बद्धस्य अर्थस्य प्रतीतिः अवगमः ज्ञानं लभ्यते सा वृत्तिः लक्षणम् लक्ष्यमाणगुणैः योगात् यत्र योगः सम्बन्धः अभिधेयस्य लक्ष्यमाणस्य च सम्बन्धः गुणैः नियमितः तत्र गौणता लक्ष्यमाणगुणैः तद्गुण ते च गुणाः लक्ष्यमाणे वस्तुनि लक्ष्यमाणे भावे पदार्थे विद्यमानाः तेन लक्ष्यमाणगुणैः अथवा ते गुणाः एव लक्ष्यन्ते लक्ष्यमाणैः गुणैः योगात् गौणता सो लक्षणायाः गौण्याश्च भेदः एवं दर्शितः भट्टकुमारलेन अत्र मम्मटेन उच्यते अत्र अविनाभावः इति व्याप्तिः नोद्दिश्यते नान्तरीयकं नोद्दिश्यते नान्तरीयकं नाम नान्तरीयकत्वं व्याप्तेः अपरं नाम येन विना यन्न भवति तयोः नान्तरीयकत्वं तत्त्वैः नाम यदि अविनाभावः उद्दिष्टः अभविष्यत् तर्हि मञ्चः क्रोशन्ति इत्यादौ लक्षणः न स्यात् तेन आक्षेपेणैव मञ्चस्सः पुरुषाः क्रोशन्ति इति आक्षेपेण सिद्ध्यते लक्षणायाः अवकाशः एव न स्यात् इति आयुर्घृतम् आयुरेवेदम् इत्यादौ सादृश्यादन्यत् कार्यकारणभावादि सम्बन्धान्तरम् एवमादौ च कार्यकारणभावादिलक्षणपूर्वे आरोपाध्यवसाने आयुर्घृतम् आयुरेवेदम् these are examples for Gauni, Saropa and Satyavasana. Ayur Ghritam. Ghritam is ghee, Ayu, life. Somebody uses this Lakshana, Ayur Ghritam. Both refer to ghee only. Ayu means Ayush Karakam. Longevity, this will give you longevity. That is what is meant. This ghee, which causes longevity. So this ghee is called Ayu. The relation between the primary sense, the denoted sense and the indicator sense is that the word Ayu, it has got two functions. One is Abhidha, it is blocked. So Lakshana starts working. So what is the difference between or relation between the Abhidheyartha and Lakshyartha? Ayu means a life. Lakshyartha, that is a denoted sense, Abhidheyartha. And here it is meant as Ayush Karakam, which will cause longevity. So the association is Karya Karana Bhava. It is something different from similarity. So it is a case of Shuddha Saropa, not Gauni Saropa. Shuddha Saropa, I think I said earlier, Gauni Saropa, now Shuddha Saropa and Shuddha Satyavasana. Ayurvedam, that Ghritam is not explicitly uttered here. So it's a case of Sadhyavasana or identification. I call it as identification. Some word is given by Gajendra Gadkar, a peculiar word, archaic word. What is it? आरोपायाः word. Let me see. Smrtasya upekshana anarhatvam sangatihi. That is a definition given by Shastrakaras. Vivakshitasya vaktavyatva. Indication characteristic. Getting it? Okay, some archaic word. Another variety is indication superimposition, where the superimposed mentioned where the superimposition expressed the case is superimposition. Conceal the superimposition. When the object of superimposition is put written, swallowed by the superimposed thing, by the thing which is being superimposed, the indication would be introsusception. That is the word he uses for Sadhyavasana. Introsusception.
Ganganath Jha's word, sir.
No, this is Gajendra Gadkar. Ganganath
Probably borrowed it from Ganganath.
Might have used. I saw it in Gajendra Gadkar. Okay. I am showing Gajendra Gadkar only. Ganganath Jha's translation is also available right now in front of me, but right now I am showing this. Okay. मया किम् उच्यमानमासीत् आयुर्निष्ठम् आयुरेवेदम् इत्यादौ सादृश्याद् अन्यत् कार्यकारणभावादि सम्बन्धान्तरः तेन सादृश्यं न सम्बन्धः कार्यकारणभावादि सम्बन्धः तेन अत्र शुद्धलक्षण एवमादौ च कार्यकारणभावादि लक्षणपूर्वे आरोपाध्यवसाने अत्र गौणभेदयोः भेदेपि तादृक्यप्रतीतिः सर्वथा अभेदावगमश्च प्रयोजनं शुद्धभेदयोस्तु अन्यवैलक्षण्येन अव्यभिचारेण कार्यकारणादि Mamada as if not happy with his own refutation of Mughal Bhatta. While refuting Mughal Bhatta, what did he say? This is not a case of Lakshana because there is no Prayodhana, there is no Rudhi. So wherever there is a Lakshana indication, there should be Prayodhana. So he shows Prayodhana here in both these cases. अत्र गौणभेदयोः भेदेपि तद्रूपी प्रतीतिः सर्वथा एव अभेदावगमश्च प्रयोजनम्. In the case of Gauni Lakshana, in both the cases, भेदेपि तद्रूपी प्रतीतिः. There is difference between the Gau and Vahika, and the prayojana is abhedavagama, identity, the cognition of identity between this Gau and Vahika. That is the prayojana. Shuddha vedayostu anyavailakshanyena abhyabhijarena karyakarittvadi. When this ayur kritam, somebody says there may be lot of things, lot of other things which can elongate your life. So longevity is not produced by Grida only, but this is abhyabhicharena, anyavailakshanyena. This is something different. It works fast. It indefinitely, invariably, definitely, certainly, it will cause longevity. So that is the prayojana. Abhyabhijarena karyakaritvam athava anyavailakshanyena karyakaritvam. Atra ubhayoh api gaunabhyayoh गौणलक्षणयोः तथा शुद्धलक्षणयोः प्रयोजनमस्ति इति दर्श्यते आचार्येण. गौणभेदयोः तावत् अभेदावगमः प्रयोजनम्. अन्यत्र यत्र सादृश्याद् अन्यत् सादृश्याद् अन्यः सम्बन्धः तत्र कार्यकारण अव्यभिचारेण कार्यकारित्वं स एव प्रयोजनं, तदवगमः प्रयोजनं. क्वचित् तादर्थ्यादुपचारः इन्द्रार्थास्थूणाः इन्द्रः. In the Yagashala, the Yupa is called, this is Indra. Here it is meant that this Yupa is meant for Indra, this Sthuna is meant for Indra. क्वचित् स्वस्वामी सम्बन्धात् यथा राजकीय पुरुषो राजा, the servant is called a king. or the authority who holds the office of king. As just like this Dushyanta said, I am Rajagiya, Rajagiya. I am a servant. What do you call? What is the proper word? I don't get it. Okay. क्वचित् अवयवभावात् यथा भावात् यथा अग्रहस्तः हस्तः अग्रमात्रे अवयवे हस्तः. One is referring to his fingers by the word hasta, or to the palm by the word hasta. There lakshana is there. So what is the relation association? Avayava avayavi bhava. Karatalam can be used for palm, and anguli can be used for finger. But this fellow, this man, he is showing his palm and saying hastaha. अग्रहस्ते हस्तावयवे हस्तः इति प्रयोगः. अत्र अवयव अवयवी भावः सम्बद्धः. क्वचित् तात्कर्म्यात् somebody does the profession or holds the office of or profession of somebody else, or somebody who is not by profession a carpenter, he is doing some carpentry work, then he is called carpenter. Ataksha taksha lakshana tena shadvidha. Adya Bhedabhyam Saha. Adya Bhedabhyam Saha with the first two different kinds. Upadana Lakshana, Lakshana Lakshana. Now, Saropa Shuddha, Sadhyavasana Shuddha, Saropa Gauni, Sadhyavasana Gauni. In total, 6 cases. Prakarantarayana Lakshanayaha Bhedatraya. That sentence is not Muhammada's, it is editors. Gajendra Gadkar's sentence. Prakarantarayana Lakshanayaha Bhedatraya. Vyangena rahitarudhau sahitatu prayojane. Now, he says that just reminds us. In the Rudhi Lakshana, there is no Vyangya. In the Prayojana Lakshana, there is Vyangya. Vyangena rahitarudhau sahitatu prayojane. He states it explicitly, that's all. Taccha gudham agudham va. Rudhi Lakshanayam Vyangyaha arthaha nasti. Vyangyaha nama kaha arthaha? Vyanjanaya gamyaha. Syadvatako lakshanaka shabdotra vyanjaka stridha. Vacyadaya stadabthasyaho. Iti yaha arthaha urtaha yaha vyanjaka shabdena labhyaha arthaha saha nasti. Kutra Rudhi Lakshanaya nasti. Vyanjana nasti. प्रयोजन लक्षणायां तावत् व्यङ्ग्यः अर्थः नास्ति, व्यञ्जकः शब्दः अस्ति, तेन व्यञ्जन व्यापारः अस्ति. प्रयोजनवती लक्षणा सव्यङ्ग्य लक्षणा, रूढि लक्षणा अव्यङ्ग्य लक्षणा. प्रयोजनं हि व्यञ्जन व्यापारगम्यमेव. He states this, which he is going to explain in the coming passages. प्रयोजनं हि व्यञ्जन व्यापारगम्यमेव. In the Prayojanavati Lakshana, the thing, the cognition of which is the objective for the employment of Lakshana, that can be got, that can be cognized only through Vyanjana Vyapara. Vyanjana Vyapara Gamyam Eva. Prayojanavatiyam Lakshanayam Prayojanam व्यंजना व्यापारेण एव ज्ञातुं शक्यते. अभिधया लक्षणया वा तत्र तस्य ज्ञानं न भवेत्. तच्च गूढम् अगूढं वा. तच्च तच्च तत् व्यङ्ग्यं च गूढम् अगूढं वा. उभयथा भवितुम् अर्हति. कुत्रचित् गूढं कुत्रचित् अगूढं. Somewhere it is hidden. The suggested sense in the Sabhyanga Lakshana, in the Prayojana Lakshana, Prayojanavati Lakshana, it is hidden. Somewhere it is exposed. Actually, we should not use the word hidden. Hidden is it has got a negative this one. Gudham is it's a good one. Where the Vyangya is not fully exposed. It is a good kavya or it's a kavya. Where it is fully exposed, it is not beautiful. That is what is meant. Tacha gudham agudham va tacha vyangyam gudham yatha. The examples are given. So this is Gudha Vyangya. The Vyangyartha is there, it is charming. Suggested sense is there, it is charming. Mukham vikasita smitam vashita vakrima prekshitam samuchalita vibhrama gatihi apasta samstha matihi puro mukulitastanam jaghanam amsabandhodhuram vata induvadanatanau tarunimodgamo modate vate induvadanatanau tarunimodgamo modate. First we shall see the translation given by Gajendra Gadkar. The face has a blooming smile, mukham vikasita smitam, vashita vakrima prekshitam. The glance has mastered crookedness. The gait exhibits sportive movements. Samuchalita vibhrama gatihi. The mind has abandoned steadiness. Apasta samstha matihi. Apasta means thrown out. It is not abandoned. No, okay, abandoned. The bosom has budding breasts. Uraha mukulita stanam. The hips are ready for enjoyment, owing to well-developed parts. Jaghanam amsabandhodhuram. Oh, joy. In the body of this girl of moon-like face, Induvatana Tanau, Taruni Modgamo Modate, the rise of youth is rejoicing. See, here, the description is of a girl who has entered youth, and shooting up of youth in her body, it is said to be rejoicing. Modate. The youth, Yavanarambha, Yavanodgamaha, Tarunima. Tarunima is Tarunasya Bhavaha, Tarunima. Imanit, there is a suffix. Tarunimanaha, Udgamaha, Tarunimodgamaha. The shooting up of Yavana, that is said to rejoice. Modate. There is a Lakshana. And how it is described? Mukham vikasita smitam. The face is vikasita smita. The word vikasita smita refers to face. Vikasitam smitam yasminnu tat. This smile is said to be blooming. Vikasitam. Smile cannot bloom. A flower can bloom, but a smile, it cannot bloom. So there is a lakshana. Vashita vakrima prekshitam. The glances, the sights. Vashita vakrima. Vashita vakrima is an adjective for prekshitam. The glances are vashita vakrima. Vashita vakrima. Vashitam, vashitaha, vakrima, yena tat. The Vikshitam, Prekshitam, Darshanam. Tena Vakrima Vashitam asti. Vashitam nama Swadhine Kritam Athava Adhigatam, Shikshitam. Vashita Vakrima Prekshitam. See, the glance has mastered crookedness. Vakrima is not crookedness. It is not straight, but it is not crookedness. It is beautiful, it is charming. The look, the glance, which makes the other fellow happy. So, it is not. Vakrima is something, Vakrabhava is not crookedness, beauty or something which causes beauty. Vakra, Vakrokti, Sundaraha, Sundaravakti. There is also this glance, sight cannot do the act of mastering, learning the Vakrima. So there is again indication, Lakshana. samuchalita vibhrama gati, that gait, the way in which she walks, that is samuchalita vibhrama. Vibhramaha samuchalitaha yasyam sa samuchalita vibhrama. Samuchalita means gushing out. What is gushing out? Vibhrama. Vibhrama means flirting. The flirting is gushing out in her gait. That is what is meant. Now, this Vibhrama cannot gush out. So, there is indication. Gajendra translation, you see, the gait exhibits sportive movements. It is Vibhrama means flirting actually. Apasta samstha matihi. Apasta samstha yaya. Sa apasta samstha. Matihi here stands for mind or thinking, thought. Mind, it's good. Apasta samstha. Samstha means stillness or calmness, composure. That has been thrown away, thrown out. Samstha, apastha, eyasa. This mati has thrown out or thrown away the stillness, steadiness. Uro mukulitastanam. So, mukulitastanam is adjective for uraha. Uraha means chest. Mukulitastanam, the breasts, they have been said to be budding. Breasts cannot bud, no. So, there is indication. Jaghanam amsa bandhodhura. There, what is it? Uddhuram. Uddhuram. This that is a feature of animate things. This here, Uddharata is spoken of pertaining to Jaghanam. Jaghanam itself is not animate, it cannot act by itself. So, Uddharata. Now, Uddharata is a hips are ready, owing to well developed parts. There also this indication is there. Induvadana Tanav, moon faced dancer. So, everywhere Lakshana is there. And what is Vyangya? Simply beauty, that's all. So, that Vyangya is not hidden. If the reader is having a good working knowledge of Sanskrit, he will definitely get all the suggested sense here. It is what do you call? Beauty. This commentator says, for every indication, a suggested sense is given by commentators. अत्र स्मिते पुष्पधर्मस्य विकासस्य बाधितत्वात् प्रसृते सातिशयत्वे च लक्षणसौरभादि व्यङ्ग्यं लक्षणा सौरभादि व्यङ्ग्यं मुखं विकसितस्मितं that the feature of flowers is attributed to face. So there is indication, and the suggested sense is saurabhadika. The flower is having fragrance. So also this damsel's face is also, it is a convention, poetic convention, or the notion of lovers. It is having fragrance. That is a Vyangyartha. Prekshite chetana dharmasya vashikaranasya badhitatvat swadhinatve lakshana yuktanuragitvam vyangya. Anuraga, that is expressed by this one. Vashita vakrima prekshita. विभ्रमे मूर्त द्रवधर्मस्य ऊर्ध्वगति विशेष रूप समुच्छलन रूप से बाधितत्वाद बाहुल्यम लक्ष्यते. Vibhrama cannot gush out. So what is the indicated sense? Bahulyam, exuberance or intensity. Bahulyam lakshyate samuchchada vyangyam manoharitvam vyangyam, like that it need not be explained. For sahridayas no explanation is required. So this there is suggestions in all the lakshanas, and the whole vakya suggests something, that is beauty. This dancer is beautiful. So here there is vyangya, and that vyangya is gudha. Only by sahridayas this vyangya can be conceived, not by everybody. But in the other case, which is given next, it is exposed. The vyangya is exposed. It can be got by, it can be understood by everybody. Shri Parichaya Jada api bhavanti abhijna vidagdha charitanam upadishyati kamininam yauvanamada eva laditani. Shri Parichaya Jada api bhavanti abhijnaha vidagdha charitanam upadishyati kamininam yauvanamada eva laditani. See the translation. Owing to familiarity with wealth, even dullards become proficient in the manners of the wise. Exuberance of youth itself teaches graces to young ladies. Exuberance of youth. That is a shooting up of youth. Again, exuberance. Yes, exuberance is more apt word. Yauvana madaha. Upadishati yauvana madaha. Upadishati kamininam yauvana madayeva laditani. Now, this yauvana mada. यौवनमदेन उपदेशः कर्तुं न शक्यते. यौवनमदः कामिनीनां ललित विभ्रमादिकम् उपदिशति इति उच्यते. उपदेश पदस्य अभिधान्यः अर्थः शिक्षयति, पाठयति. यौवनमदेन पाठयितुं न शक्यते, तेन तत्र लक्षणम् अस्ति. एवमेव श्रीपरिचयात् जडा अपि भवन्ति अभिज्ञाः. यस्य सम्पदागता तावत्पर्यन्तं सः विदग्धगोष्ठीषु सम्पन्नानां श्रेष्ठानां सभासु कथं व्यवहर्तव्यं, कथम् उपवेष्टव्यं, कथं भाषणं कर्तव्यम् इत्यादिकं न जानाति स्म यावत् सम्पदागता. यदा सम्पदागता, श्रीः आगता, श्रियः परिचयात् अयं जडः अपि विदग्धचरितानाम् अभिज्ञः भवति. विदग्धचरितानाम् अभिज्ञः भवति. There also indication is there. श्री परिचयात् जडा अपि भवन्ति. विदग्धचरितानां. Now, in the second half of only indication is there. Lakshana is there. Upadishati kaminina. Upadishati. अत्र उपदिशति इत्यत्र अनायासेन शिक्षणम् अभिधेयवत् स्फुटं प्रतीयते. It is fully exposed. When this upadishati is employed, the word upadishati is employed, everybody gets the meaning. Here it is not, teaching is not meant, but it is easily begotten. It is easily got. This Yauvanamada just brings in Lalitam. So that is exposed. Everybody can understand. Expertise is not required. So it is agudha. Agudha means it is abhideya only. Vyangya is not there. It is vachya only. And Rudhi Lakshana you don't find Vyangya. Tadesha Kathita Tridha. Abhyangya Lakshana, Gudha Vyangya, Agudha Vyangya Lakshana, Gudha Vyangya Lakshana, Agudha Vyangya Lakshana iti Tadesha Kathita Tridha. Having said this, Mamada now says Tadbhur Lakshanika Shabdaha Lakshanikaha. Tadbhur Lakshanikaha. Tadbhur Lakshanika nama Tadasrayaha Lakshanika Shabdaha. Yatra Yaha Lakshanayaha Vrittehe Asrayaha Bhavati Sashabdaha Lakshanika Shabdaha. Lakshanam Nirupya Tadantaram Lakshanika Shabdasya Surupam Vadati. After having explained and classified Lakshana, at the end he says, Mamada says, the word which has this function Lakshana, that is Lakshanika Shabda. In the case of Abhidha, it was not the case. Tatra Vyaparo Vyanjanatmakaha. Tatra Vyaparo Vyanjanatmakaha. गूढव्यङ्ग्यलक्षणायां यद् व्यङ्ग्यम् अस्ति तद् अवगमे व्यञ्जनात्मकः एव व्यापारः. Now it is already 9. I am stopping here now. Tomorrow, as I said, tomorrow we will be having this Prayojanavati Lakshana. I need not repeat whatever I have said in the beginning. I had told that there is an option. The participants can opt either to have this discussion on this part, that is whatever we have discussed today, or the Prayojanavati Lakshana, Vyanjana and Napara Kriya. Now we have not covered, we have not come to that part. Tomorrow we will be dealing with that only. Yasya Pratiti Bandhatum. Okay, I am stopping here, and it is 5 minutes can be given, no? Professor Shiba for discussion.
Yes, sir.